A woman demanded our VIP table and bragged on live, but she picked the wrong place. Last Saturday night, my restaurant was slammed. One server called out, so I had an apron on and I was bussing tables and running drinks. A woman and 5 friends walked past the host stand like it wasn't there. She had designer clothes, perfect hair, and a smug smile. She announced, "I need the VIP section. The owner is my college roommate. Tell him Jessica Martinez is here. He keeps table 7 open for me." Then she snapped at me. "Go get him." At the host stand, she kept repeating my name like she knew it, even though she didn't. "Tell him Jess is here," she said, rolling her eyes. "He'll freak out when he sees me." Our host tried to explain we were booked, and Jessica cut her off with, "Sweetie, I don't wait. I'm not like other guests." People at the bar started watching. Once they sat, Jessica treated my staff like props. She pointed at a couple and whispered to her camera, "They're jealous," then laughed. When a server brought water, Jessica said, "No tap, sparkling, and refill it before it's empty." One of her friends tried to joke, "Maybe we should chill," but Jessica leaned in and hissed, "Do you want to look broke on my live?" That friend went quiet and just stared at the menu. When the first round hit the table, Jessica lifted her glass and said, "To connections," like she'd pulled off some big flex. She kept calling me my guy and my waiter in front of everyone. If I walked past another table, she'd wave me down with 2 fingers. At one point, she asked for a special off-menu appetizer, and I said, "We can do our tasting add-on," and she smirked like she invented it. She also kept asking for little extras, throw in things, like she was testing if I'd cave. I've owned the place for 3 years, and I'd never seen her once. People don't always recognize me because I help like regular staff. Instead of correcting her, I smiled and said, "Sure, let me check with management." I stepped away and listened. Jessica was already bragging to her friends, "I basically built this place. He owes me." Her friends started taking selfies and saying, "VIP night," like it was a big deal. I decided to play along. I led them to table 7, our real premium table in the corner. Jessica slid into the seat like it was hers. I set down our tasting menus, the ones with the pricey stuff and no listed prices. Jessica squealed, "See? He gave us the good menus." One friend asked about prices and Jessica waved her off. "Relax, it's covered. He always comps me." From that point, she ordered like she was trying to impress the phone more than eat. Caviar to start, lobster, dry-aged steaks, expensive wine. Between bites, she kept live streaming. She kept making up stories. She picked the colors, she designed the menu, and she brought me famous clients. Every time I came back, she got louder. "Bring another bottle. Make it fast. Tell the kitchen it's for Jessica." Then she snapped her fingers again. "Waiter boy, this champagne isn't expensive enough. Bring the bottle you saved for me." Her friends went quiet, waiting to see what I'd do. I nodded and brought out one of our top bottles, $1,200. Jessica didn't blink. She just told her friends, "He always brings me the good stuff," like it proved her lie. The worst moment came when one friend asked what I did besides serving. Jessica laughed and said, "People like him never amount to anything. That's why people like us tip." She said it right in front of me, smiling. I kept my face neutral, set down their plates, and walked back to the kitchen. My manager asked if we should cut them off. I said, "No, keep everything on the record." 2.5 hours later, their total hit $4,800. I printed the itemized bill and walked it over while Jessica was still filming. I placed the check in front of her. She opened it and her face dropped. She looked again like the numbers would change. "This has to be wrong," she stammered. "Where's the owner? He covers this." Her friends leaned in and started whispering when they saw the $1,200 champagne and the steaks. I untied my apron in front of them and said, "I am the owner, and we've never met." The table went dead silent. Jessica whispered, "No, you're just a waiter." I pulled out my phone and showed her the business registration with my name, then pointed at my photo on the wall. Jessica started firing excuses. Mistaken identity, unmarked prices, anything. I kept it simple. "You ordered it. You claimed you knew me. The cameras have it." That's when her friends turned on her. 2 of them asked for separate checks. One pushed her chair back and said, "I'm not paying for your lie." Jessica's hands started shaking. She tried to pay. First card declined. Second declined. Third went through for part of it, then stopped. She stared at the screen, swallowed hard, and called someone on speaker. "Mom, I need help, right now." Now my staff is saying I went too far with that $4,800 bill. Was I wrong?